guess I'll turn upside down. I guess I'm the needy one now.
Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I look crazy, but I don't care. So I recently put up a post on Instagram, and I said that I was going to do a Q&A about my disability. So I asked you guys to send me in some questions, and you guys did just that. I do want to say this. Me and Shay, I'm gonna leave her Instagram and her channel probably right here. So we were discussing, that we want to bring awareness to disabilities, to people with disabilities. Our disability, but probably want to get to know more about it. So, we want people, like you, who's probably watching right now, whether you have a disability or not. We want to have a discussion. We want to have an open discussion, and we want to talk about, things, questions that you may have for someone with a disability. We also want a person with a disability so that we can, have this discussion as well, so that, everybody can, have their piece and, say what they need to say and how they feel about certain things. And, whoever has questions, we give advice. We also wanted for people, like I said, we don't know how we're going to do this, but we're going to make this happen to where people can, email us. For people, like I said, we don't know how we're going to do this, but we're going to make this happen to where people can, email us. People, like I said, people with or without disabilities, email us about questions, and we give advice, we answer questions, we give tips, and all this other stuff. So we want to do that, and we want to do that ASAP. So if you are interested in being involved, I'm going to leave my Instagram as well as hers. And I'm going to also leave my email down in the description as well. Just in case you can't, if you don't have Instagram, you can't DM me, you can email me and we can talk about this, and we can, discuss the things, how we're going to do this, because, we need more than just her and I. We're trying to make this. I'm going to leave my Instagram as well as hers. And I'm going to also leave my email down in the description as well. Just in case you can't, if you don't have Instagram, you can't DM me, you can email me and we can talk about this, and we can, discuss the things, how we're gonna do this, because we need more than just her and I. Um, we're trying to make this a thing. We're trying to make this a thing. Like I said, my channel is cute with the makeup and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I came on this platform honestly to make a name for people like myself and people with disabilities, people who have spina bifida, people who have mental disabilities, other physical disabilities, learning disabilities as well. Let's get to these questions. So, the first question that I received was, first question that I received was, how do you push day by day? So, as some of you already know, I have spina bifida. It's very difficult, and I'm going to say this. When you get older, when you have spina bifida and you get older and you reach a certain age, 20 to be exact, certain things that you were able to do as a child, you're no longer able to do as an adult. Things get really, really difficult. The strength that you used to have, it's deteriorating. It's not there. So, it's very, very hard. And some of you may also know that I do have a child. And that's difficult too. It's very difficult sometimes to wake up and get out of bed and walk up and down steps and do all types of things that involve me walking. Hell, involve me standing. Also, I think it might also be a weight thing, but I don't know. Because I feel as though I am trying to lose weight as well, but that might still not help the situation. I still probably most likely will have the same, feelings and symptoms and feeling pain and aches and all types of stuff. Um, I really don't understand. I really don't know how I deal with my day. I really don't. Um, I just do know. I do know this. I be happy, very happy. My son is no longer here, and I'm able to go to sleep. But it's very difficult. It's very difficult. I'm in a lot of pain a lot of the time. A lot of pain. A lot of pain. And it's not even just like, you know, outer pain. It's like internal as well, because like I said before, I do suffer with a lot. I do get migraines. I do, which, I don't know where that came from. I just know that it happened when it started happening when I was like a teenager. And I do have something called a Vpshunt, ventricular, uh, something type shunt. It's a tube that goes from my brain to my stomach. So when I have like migraines and stuff like that, I automatically think that something is wrong with my shunt and that I have to go get it replaced. 9 times out of 10, it's really not even that serious. It's just that I really have a bad headache, or I do have like sinuses as well. So yeah, but my day by day is very, very difficult. My next question that I received was, do you feel like it'll get better? Going back to the weight thing. Maybe if I lose a couple pounds, because they do tell me that, people with spina bifida who are over 132 pounds, over 130 pounds, is really not good for you. However, I'm going to say this, and I don't care if I sound fat. I like to eat. Okay, so I don't know how we're gonna do this. I try every day to walk and to do things in order for me to lose some weight. I don't know if I have lost some weight. I haven't checked. I ain't trying to check. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to do anything that I can for me to feel better. If you also know, if you also watch my last video, I do self-medicate because I don't have the energy nor the patience I don't have the energy or the patience to go and to get medication from the doctor. I don't have that type of energy. So I do self-medicating. Maybe it might get better. I mean, it's not gonna go away. Spinabifida never goes away. It's never going to go away. But is it going to get better? Am I going to feel like better physically? Maybe one day. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm hoping, because I can't deal with this pain as much as I've been dealing with this pain. I can't do it no more. The next question that I got was, how does your family help you? So again, I have a child, right? And he's 6. He has a learning disability, mental disability. So, and you know, he's very active, and I'm not so active. So, they help a lot as far as that is concerned. They make sure that, if I don't feel well, they keep him, settled and sitting, so that I don't have to run up and down the steps. Because like I told y'all before, I have 15 steps. I'm not trying to run up 15 steps up and down because the child don't want to sit down. So, they try their best, to keep him calm and keep him sitting and stuff like that. They've always helped me. Well, my mom and my sister. Before I moved in with everybody else, it was just me, my mom, and my sister. For a very long time, and they helped me a lot. So, even before I even had children, they were helping me a lot, because I was very, 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 very sick. Very sick. And it was just like, I'm immune to getting sick at this point. Well, I've always been, but they have helped me a lot, getting me to where I need to go, whether it's a doctor's appointment, whether I'm sick and I need food to the point where I do need to go to the doctor or go to the emergency room because I can't take it. So, they get me to where I need to go. They help me with my son, they do a lot. So yeah, I've never had an issue with anybody helping me. There's some days where I don't want nobody helping me. I just want to be left alone. I'm going to put that out there right now. I get in a very bad attitude to the point, like, and this is when I'm in really, really, really bad pain, to where I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want anybody touching me. I don't want anybody talking to me. I don't want anybody to do anything. I just want everybody to just go in their separate corners and leave me alone. But they still help anyway. I mean, so, they do what they can do. Because it's really not much that you can do when a person with spina bifida starts to get sick and stuff like that. I mean, they do a lot, but it's really not much. There's really not much that can be done as far as that is concerned. I just try to, do what I need to do on my own so that, they don't have to. I mean, it's not a problem. They don't have a problem helping me, but I'm getting to a point where I'm pushing 30. I don't plan on living with my family too much longer, because I need to have a life of my own, you know. So, yeah, I'm trying to do things, trying to continue doing things like I've been doing, because I've always been very independent in doing things on my own, and I have absolutely no problem doing things on my own, but yes, I will take help if need be. So, yeah. The next question is, how is your son affected by your disability? So here's the thing. My son, like I said, if any of you ever watch any of my other videos, he has ADHD and autism. Here's the thing. Like I said before, I have a shunt, which is the tube that goes from my brain to my stomach. The shunt drains water from my brain to my stomach. Okay? when I was pregnant, they did let me know. They said if anything it goes wrong during the pregnancy, aka meaning if your son decides that he gonna pull at that shunt, and then you can't keep your baby, right? Did I have fear that the shunt might do something to him? Yeah, because like I said, it's a tube and connected to my brain, goes just like that to drain out the water on my brain. I have hydrocephalus, which means water on the brain. So, do I feel like it probably did something to him? I don't know if it could have caused the autism. I'm not sure. I don't think that it did. Um, I do have a brother from my father who also has autism, so I don't know. Maybe it's a genetic thing. I don't know. Um, I don't know how it was caused. I do know that when I was pregnant, they wanted to do amniocentesis, which is when they stick a needle in your stomach to make sure that your child doesn't have any type of, So the amniocentesis is to check to see to make sure because yes, people with spina bifida, when they do get pregnant, they can possibly be pregnant with a child with spina bifida. So they wanted to make sure that he didn't have spina bifida as well. They wanted to make sure that he didn't have Down syndrome and stuff like that. Did I let them perform that procedure on me? Absolutely not. I did not let them stick that needle in my stomach. I let the doctors know that whatever my child had to deal with, I would have to deal with it too. I was not letting nobody stick nothing in me that didn't belong. No, was not doing that. So yeah, um, I didn't find out that my child had autism until he was 3. It is what it is. I deal with it. It's nothing horrible. It is what it is. I also found out that he was ADHD when he was 3. It is what it is. He has ADHD and autism. Guess what? I deal with it. I was not about to go get some tests done with no needles being stuck in my stomach for me to find out nothing. That was not happening. So, like I said, I don't know how it was caused. Maybe it was a genetic thing. Maybe that's just what the Lord planned for his life and mine. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, but girl was not getting no tick tick tick, none in my stomach. No, it was not. Nope. So, my next question was, how do you cope day in and day out? I just deal with it. I just deal with it. It's nothing, like I said, it's not gonna go away. It's not something that you can take medication and it can go away. It's not like that. It's not a disease. Not gonna die, you know. I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people probably gonna be scared. A lot of people do die from it. Not people, but like children, like babies. But that's because they. I have a severe case, and there are some people as well who also have severe cases. Mine is severe, but it was to the point where mine could be managed, and surgeries were, they worked. I woke up. So yeah. Um, but I deal with it. You have to deal with it. You don't have a choice. A lot of us don't choose. We didn't choose this life. We didn't choose to be born different. We didn't choose to be made fun of. We didn't choose to have people stare at us. We don't choose this life. So, I mean, some of us who probably, don't have the mentality to keep pushing, but I've learned to just let it rock. People gonna say stuff, people gonna do stuff, people are ignorant, people gonna, whatever. It is what it is. So, I've learned to deal with it, and I deal with it every day. It's like I said, it's nothing that's going to magically go away. It's not gonna go away. I'm not gonna wake up one day and walk correctly. It's just not gonna happen. That's not even reality at this point. So, yeah. I'm not gonna wake up one day and be able to flip. I'm not gonna be able to wake up one day and drop it like it's hot like I used to. It's just not, things are just not gonna happen. There's certain things that are just not gonna happen, and it, it is what it is. You can't get sad over it. You can't cry over it. You gotta grow. You gotta get over it. Go with the flow and do what you need to do, and get through it. And yeah, cause that's the only way you can do it. Do what you gotta do. Do your daily, things. Whatever you do in your daily life, continue to do it. It's not gonna stop you. There's certain people who, like I said, who are severe, who can't do things at all. There's certain people who are my age that, they wind up in, special ed. I was in special ed until I was in first grade, and my mother got me taken out of that because they realized I wasn't dumb. There's nothing wrong with my brain. I'm going to say this. There are some people with spina bifida who it affects them mentally, you know, learning disability as well. You know, Luckily there's some of us who came out and we smart as hell and we know how to do stuff. And I learned a second language at the age of 3. Okay, so you know those who have to deal with it and they can't, do certain things like some of us can, like, learn, or some people who can't. There's some people who will never walk, which is a very difficult thing, and I'm going to say this, that when you're born with spina bifida, a lot of people tell you, a lot of doctors tell the parents, your child will never walk. I want to let you know that is a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. There are some cases in where your child will be born with club feet that look like they're inside, because that's what mine used to look like. And you get therapy, you fix it up, you do what you have to do, you get the surgeries that you need, and you good to go. But yeah. But as far as coping with this, I've been coping with this for 27 years. I've been dealing with it. Yes, with this disability comes depression. A lot of people suffer with depression with spina bifida. Yes, a lot of people spina bifida, they suffer with depression. Yes, do I have depression? Yes. But that also comes from other stuff that has happened to me in my life. So it really doesn't have anything much, like, it's not only just the spina bifida, whatever. But I deal with it. I deal with everything that I have to go through, that I've ever had to go through. Luckily, I don't got to go through no more surgeries unless I really want to, because that's how that's gonna go. The next question was, can your disability be corrected? Okay, back to the surgeries. I've had 21 surgeries. Well, one that was for C-section for my son. Because I can't push because of the shunt, and they tell you that you can't, when you're pregnant with children, if you're able to have the child, you cannot push, you cannot have it naturally. You have to have a C-section because you don't want the shunt to burst and malfunction and all types of stuff. So yes, it was corrected. I've had to have I have had leg surgeries from the time that I was born. Um, my last one was when I was 8 years old. So yes, that it can be corrected. I still walk, wobbly with a limp or whatever. Um, I've had my shunt replaced since birth. I've had that done a few times, and my last one was done when I was the last one was done when I was 15, and that's probably the last one that I will ever need because they do grow and you outgrow them and you have to get them replaced. However, mine has been functioning very well since I was 15. I'm 27 now. It still works, so I don't need it to be replaced. I had spinal surgery because when you're born with Spinabifida, um, certain cases, because not all of them were born with the spine, I think, fully out. Mine was born when I was born. I was born with the spine out, so my spine is curved. I was born with it out, and they had to close it. They had to close it. I also had hydrocephalus, so they did have to, which like I said, is what on the brain. So my head was 10 times bigger than what it is now. You know, it had to correct that, put the shunt in and stuff like that. I was in the hospital for a couple of months. You know, as a baby, as a newborn, and but mind you, my mother was a teen mom. She was at 19. So she didn't really understand. And plus, we had where I was born, the doctors didn't really explain anything. They just told her that I wasn't gonna be able to walk. That was that. With surgery and by other wonderful doctors who I had after leaving that hospital, I'm walking and I walk perfectly fine. um, Next question is, what is one thing you wish people knew about your disability without telling them? Um, I mean, I wish they knew, when you see me walking, you see that something is wrong. I mean, and here's the thing, I don't mind people asking me questions. It's just the way that you ask them. I don't mind, people, like I said, people will stare, but I'd rather you ask me, like, hell, ask me if I'm okay. Then we can start a conversation. But, I do really wish people knew, I wish people knew more about spina bifida than they do any other because it's really not talked about a lot. Honestly, it's not. And the reason why it's not talked about a lot is because I don't think that there are too many cases at this point where there are children being born with spina bifida. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So, yeah. Um, what do you How often do you have appointments for your disability? So, like I said, I don't go to the doctor unless I really need to or unless they really need me to be there. Um, as a child, I was in the hospital a lot. I had to go to I had appointments a lot as a child because one, like I said, you know, I had corrected foot surgery. They had to correct my feet. They were like this, and I used to wear something called AFO, aka braces, long leg braces. So I would have to make appointments to get, recasted for those because, my foot never grew after the age of 10. So my foot is a size 4. It will always stay like that, and I'm very happy. But I did have braces, which the braces were a lot bigger than my foot. They went to the point where I would have to get size 9 shoes, which was very difficult as a child because it's like, and my mother used to get depressed, and so did I, because um when you see people who could wear heels and sandals and certain sneakers and you can't wear them because they're not going to fit your braces because your braces are the size of Bigfoot, you know, um, it was very, very difficult. I always had to get a size 9 shoe, a big ass shoe, just big, just big old doofy shoes like this. But, yeah, you know, did I have to go to appointments? I also had appointments for like urology because, like I said, I have UTIs. I've always had bad UTIs. That's what comes with this situation. I've had appointments with my neurologist, which is my brain surgeon, because my shunt would do things. Um, I had a lot of surgeries, like I said. And I think I'm probably gonna do a video, and I'm gonna do something that I've never done before. I'm going to show you all my scars. How beautiful, right? And I mean all of them. I have a lot. So yeah, I had a lot of appointments. I had a lot of appointments. A majority of the appointments were based off of the fact that I was sick a lot and I was always in the emergency room, and I would have to have follow-up appointments, to see if the medications that I had to take for being sick worked and stuff like that. But yeah, that's how that went. As I got older, I learned this thing called self-medicate. Called take an ibuprofen, go to sleep, and call it a night. So yeah, that's how that works now. Um, the last question is, what scares you the most? Um, so I read up on something about my disability, and it told me, and I don't know if this is true, and I don't really think that it is, um, that a lot of people don't really live past the age of 40 due to, like, I guess, like, kidney issues, because we can get kidney issues due to the UTI if the UTI gets very, very bad. Um, that really doesn't scare me. That doesn't scare me. What scares me is dying because of this tube in my head, the shunt. If it malfunctions, it's a done deal. But yeah, I know that I'm going to live a very long time because, like I said, my case is severe, but it's not to the point where it's not, you know, I can't function. I can function. So, I'm not really scared about anything, honestly, except for that. But I'm really not scared about that either, When the Lord Jesus decides that he wants to take my black behind off this earth, he will do so. So I just do what I have to do every day, live my day by day, and, that's how I live life. I can't live life worrying about, oh my God, am I going to die tomorrow? Is my sickness going to get worse? Am I going to die? Like, it's not cancer. It's not a disease. It's a birth defect that, yes, messes with the nerve, and you know but I have to deal with what I have to deal with. And like I said, when it's my time, it's my time, but it ain't no time soon because I got things to do. So yeah, um but yeah, so I want to thank everyone who has asked me all these wonderful, wonderful questions. Nobody asked me anything stupid. Thank you very much. So I hope this answered a majority of your questions, because I know that people have a lot more questions than this, which I might have a part two. I don't know. That's if y'all got other questions. But yeah. So like I said, we're gonna start this little discussion situation about, disabilities, people with disabilities, people who don't have disabilities, who want to know about people with disabilities. We're gonna start this thing. We're gonna start it soon. Um, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Um, and yeah, y'all are the best. So bye bye now, cause I got to go take some medicine. Bye.